Hello, welcome to Lore Master's Lair. I'm your Lore Master, here today for our trip to the worlds of Starfinder. We are currently exploring many of the planets of near space, which today takes us to the world of Landahl. Let's get started. Landahl is a planet lived on by the quadrupeds known as Ilmas. They were peace-loving peoples who developed spaceflight to discover the wonders of the universe. However, they quickly discovered the Veskarium. In short order, the creatures who have never developed the military found themselves occupied by the Vesk, another colony to add to their list. But the Illas did not stay down. Within a year, they had organized several resistance cells across the planet, which the Vesk were not prepared for. Overwhelmed, they did show force to try to cower the resistance, destroying one of the major cities with an orbital strike. This had the opposite effect. The attack galvanizing resistance. Now the planet continues in the current standoff. The Vesk continue to assimilate the planet, but the Illas working to subdue the process, or at least make it costly enough to not be worth it. For natural residents, we have the Illas. We have not heard much about them, but what we do know is that they are creatures who walk on four legs. Their fingers are only dexterous enough to barely hold items, but they have a prehensile forked tongue which they use to use tools with. They have a secondary circular system on the surface of their skin, which allows them to manipulate their skin to grow in an infinitesimal amount of patterns. To glow in patterns, not grow. I'm sorry. Which is a primary means of communication. The planet of Landahl is divided into three continents: the mountainous Asica, the desert Partheria, and the rainforest-covered Tabirsan. For more specific locations, Petron 1 is one of the largest cities, and was taken over by the Vesk as their command post, replacing all the local architecture with their own. Calibria itself did not fight, instead surrendered to the Vesk, and they stand mostly unchanged in the invasion. Hizala, on the other hand, was one of the major cities which the Vesk destroyed in a show of power, one which backfired. Wahlitan is one of the major centers of Illa resistance, the main supply depot to remain untakeable. Camp Bestilin is a military base turned prison camp turned military base, the ultimate symbol of I keep messing up with the name, Ilir's intention of reversing every gain the Vesk have made. And it is not just the Illas defending the planet. The Obadon Association Research Colony was formed by those of the Pack Worlds who wished to support the Illas. And the Sikaline First Preserve is one made by an ancient pact between the Illas and the local Fae. A pact that the Fae are not happy the Vesk broke. Which brings us to the end of today's video. Near space has plenty of interesting planets, even if we don't have that much information on all of them, and I look forward to moving slightly further from the Veskarium as we go along. But next time, we return to Galorian for a very special video. See you then.